Hello, welcome back to Little Country Heaven. My name is Rachel, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing 9 ideas to bring the cottage look and feel to any home. I think as human beings, we have a fascination with cottages because of how they make us feel. We think usually of a modest dwelling tucked in nature, a place where we feel warm, cozy, where we're always welcome, where we want to sit down and have a cup of coffee or tea. So I think that's what contributes to this idea of cottages in general, just how they make us feel. So in this video, as I share these 9 ideas, I'm going to be sharing pictures of our home and also of other homes I may draw inspiration from to share those ideas with you. So idea number 1, stop matching things. Yes, I said that, stop matching things. But for it to have a cozy cottage look, it has to be in some ways imperfect, because the idea you're trying to give is that you collected these items over time. They have been passed down to you from family members. You have an amazing story behind that particular object that you found, etc. We have to try to get out of this idea where we go to only one store and we buy everything there. If you see previous videos of mine, you've already heard me say this before, where I say that I usually shop around. I never like to get something for a room all in the same place. Behind stores like Hobby Lobby or TJ Maxx or Marshalls or Home Goods, there are teams of designers that make decisions. There's a team of designers in the corporate headquarters of Hobby Lobby that decides what entire collections are. And as a result, you may even go into Hobby Lobby not even thinking about it too much, maybe not even looking that much. And if you grab items and put them into your cart, they will go together because they were made as a collection. Doing it that way does take a bit out of your own independence and your own view of what your home should look like. So when choosing items for your home, take your time, shop around, thrift, source things from different places. When you go to places like Marshalls and Home Goods, sometimes you see items that came from different parts of the world. So be on the lookout for things that make you feel really good, that bring joy, even though they may not necessarily match. A great example of this is that if you see right behind me here, our comforter has flowers, and then it goes into a plaid throw, and then goes into a farmhouse cottage looking plaid Eurosham. And these colors work together and coordinate, but they don't match. And I think that's what can give you a really unique cottage look. Another idea that can make your home look and feel like a cottage is to start a collection. If you're just starting to decorate your home, maybe that's something you have to figure out what it is that you would like to collect. Jose and I love collecting artwork. It's one of the collections we have around the house, and all of our artwork has the gold frame, paying homage to French cottages and English cottage. So find something that speaks to you. Maybe it'll be a figurine, maybe you collect pillows, maybe you collect quilts, maybe it'll be artwork or salt pepper shakers. So whatever your passion is, find a collection and start building it over time so you can display it proudly in your home in a way that it will tell the story of you.
Hello everyone, this is Editing Rachel. It's been a long Sunday of editing here, and I just realized I did not record point number 3, idea number 3, which is to hang your artwork lower. Hanging artwork lower always gives your home a more antique feel, and these are some examples here I wanted to show you. So here you see how all the artwork is at eye level, so give that a try.
Idea number 4 is to layer up. A room must have dimension, and by that we mean we're going to layer different textures and ideas throughout a room to make it feel lived in. And you can achieve this by getting a nice rug. Again, by nice I don't mean expensive. You can thrift it or look for it on Facebook Marketplace or any other kind of marketplace you may have nearby in your home. And then you also need some throws and pillows of different patterns and colors. If you can add some sort of textile feature to a wall. An example again is something I've done right behind me here in our bedroom, where I've created that bed canopy idea without having a 4-post bed. But there's something about the textile, the fabric on the wall that really makes it feel cozy and welcoming. And going back to idea number 1, do not worry about matching everything. So if you find a pillow or throw that sparks joy, go ahead and get it, and you will find a way to incorporate it in your home. My most recent example of this is I recently went to TJ Maxx and I found a plaid kind of Scottish looking pillow that didn't really match anything else in our home. All I knew is that I love it. And I said, I'm gonna find a way to incorporate this in our home somehow. But it turns out it looks really, really well where I put it, and I'm really excited to show it to you in upcoming tours. For my idea number 5 is lighting. We need to lamp up. I think in more modern housing, we have the can lighting that's already integrated into the ceiling, but older homes and cottages wouldn't have had can lighting. So lamp up, find cute little lamps. In this case, we wanted to create symmetry, so that's why you see the 2 lamps there. But in our great hall, I'm gonna show a picture of it here. The lamps actually don't match, but they're spread out throughout the room and it gives it that warm, cozy feel. It's also really important to choose your light bulbs carefully. Never choose a daylight light bulb to go for this kind of cottage feel. I always go for a kind of light bulb that's called, I think, white pleasant light. And it's sort of this warm color that's not too yellow, but that still brings that cozy feel. And the reason it has to be that color is that we're trying to emulate candlelight. So kind of bringing those cozy vibes into our cottage look. Now for idea number 6, let's talk about color. And this is a big one because recent trends that we see through social media and TV have made us feel like our homes have to be all white and all gray, and that is certainly not true. If you have a love of neutrals, whites, or grays, that's excellent, but let it be because you like it, not because you were told you have to like it, or because you were told through TV or through HGTV programming or even social media that that's the only way to be tasteful or to be somehow elegant. So in the cottage look, we have to embrace color. There's several schools of cottage. When you think of more of your Norwegian, Netherlands cottages, you do tend to see more of the whites and grays. But when you get into English cottages, it's an explosion of color, and I'm going to insert some pictures here. They are not shy about integrating a red rug with different mismatched pillows and lamps and a flurry of books and just that depth and richness that can bring that intimate cottage feel. Some people, however, may prefer a more French cottage feel, and in my view, the French cottage or French country home feel has more neutrals. You do have more subdued colors and sort of more of a blended idea with the color palette. In our home, we actually use both. I feel like I have a mixture of French and English cottage, but the point is that you should find within that range what works for you. So if you find an item that is colorful, that you had a visceral reaction to, as it happens to me often, you're like, oh, I love that. If you find that, find a way to incorporate it in your home, even if you feel like it's not all white or gray or whatever neutral scheme palette you were going for. Do not be afraid of color. Color is your friend. For idea number 7, I want to talk to you about asymmetry and sort of soft lines. I will show you several examples of this, but let's start by the room I am in right now. So if you can see, the frame right behind me is rectangular, and so are the night tables, so they have very sharp lines. But then the faux windows right behind me with the arch and the corners of the bed bring softer, rounder lines. So think of balancing sharp edges with rounder, softer edges as well. And another way in which you can bring organicity and sort of unplanned and relaxed, casual beauty into a cottage feel is with your greenery. So when choosing greenery to bring into your home, you want to step back and look at the lines the arrangement creates, how natural, how much it mimics organicity and just the way it would happen in nature. If you were to go into a meadow, or if you were to go into the countryside, things wouldn't be perfectly manicured necessarily or perfectly planned. So this idea again of imperfection and just balancing soft lines with harsher lines, and not everything has to be planned and perfect. Idea number 8 is actually very important, and it's an emphasis on comfort. Whenever you are in doubt, go for whatever feels most comfortable. A cottage is a relaxed, casual place of unplanned beauty in many ways. So if it feels rigid or it feels off, maybe you have to rework that configuration. Let this idea of comfort guide you even in the way you place furniture around a room. Let me show you a few pictures of different sitting areas we have created in our home near a window. So this idea of creating cute little vignettes around your home, around a window where you have a sitting place with a table, somewhere we can sit down and have coffee, have a conversation and be comfortable, or a throw and a chair and a pillow. These ideas of comfort really evoke the cottage feel. And for idea number 9, I want to say that the most important ingredient in any cottage look or feel is you. By definition, a cottage cannot be a mass-produced place you can buy at a one-stop shopping place. It has to be collected over time. You have to give yourself time to live with those items, to see if you like them, and to experience them in real life as they change throughout the entire day with different light or your different moods. And remember, your cottage, your home, doesn't have to look like any other place in the world. You don't have to feel overwhelmed trying to follow trends, trying to follow social media influencers that decorate their home every month and you feel like you can't keep up. Don't try to follow the way a specific store tells you your home should look. We do the best that we can with what we have, and that's ultimately what brings us to a happy life. If you really enjoy something, whether it's a rug, a pillow, a lamp, a table, a chair, you owe absolutely no one an explanation. So follow your heart and your intuition to create a cottage of your very own wherever you may be. If you're inspired by anything you heard today, be sure to share with us on Instagram at Little Country Heaven. We would love to see what unique, amazing little cottage spaces you will create in your own home. Thank you for watching.